I have to say it because you touched on it. You said you got shot, and I just wanted for the audience, can you tell us
Sure.
what happened there?
I can tell you that story. All right, so audience, here's my story, and a lot of you might have heard it, especially if you saw a Dateline NBC special that's on me. Back in 2000, a hitman came to my house in Westlake Village, which is a very respectable place. I had a golf course in my backyard, and he came to my house and shot me. He was hired to kill me. Someone paid him $10,000. It's alleged that it is my ex-wife. She copped a deal with the attorney, with the DEA. And I mean, I'm not going to be the one that's going to talk about whether it is or isn't, because that's something that is behind, those people. And trust me, I have a daughter with her, and she is the greatest mother in the world to that daughter. She really is. And I'm not going to say one way or the other what did or didn't happen, but I can tell you what did happen to me properly, and that is a person did come to my house, fired 4 times at me, hit me once in the chest, dead on. That bullet, when it hit me, I flinched sideways, and it went straight across my sternum and got stuck in my rib cage right here by my armpit, and it's still there. To this day, I have a bullet lodged right here. This was just a little snub-nosed revolver that he was shooting me with. Then the next bullet shot me here in the neck because I flinched to the side and went straight through my neck, came out my spine, kissed one of my vertebrae, and went out the back of me. Then the next bullet he shot was at my stomach, and it hit me in my hip, and that one hurt a lot. That one felt like an ice pick.
In the stomach?
It missed my stomach. He aimed for my stomach, and I tried to slip to the side when he fired, and as I did, I lifted my left hip up, and it hit me right in the left hip. So it basically hit my left hip girdle, and it bit like an ice pick, and it doubled me over. I fell back into a wall, and I slumped to the ground. He kicked the door open. He put the gun to my head like execution style, and as he went to squeeze the trigger, I flinched sideways again, and the bullet hit me in the right corner of my eye and came out my left earlobe, right here. There's a little tiny dot right here where you can see that's the exit wound from where the bullet came out.
Oh.
So I took 4 bullets, hit the ground. My mom was there that night because she was watching my daughter.
Oh, no.
It's okay. And when she came out saying, "What's that noise?" he fired 2 more times, missing her. Oh. And then he was out, click, 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 and he ran. So that was my gun shooting incident. Fortunately for me, it's not so much reflexes as it is I jumped when I was scared. But all these years of me being a fighter, a boxer, a Muay Thai practitioner, martial artist, always taught me to slip when I flinch, to never ever just flinch and hold on tight. So every time you got it. If someone throws a punch, I slip and roll. You know what I mean? I move my body sideways or turn. So it's not like I was so good that I was able to avoid the bullets because the bullets hit me. It wasn't like the Matrix, but I was good enough where when I flinched, the bullets didn't hit something major.
Right.
Fortunately, when the bullet went through my eye and came out my ear, it broke my nose and my orbit, and it just went past behind my nose and came out my ear, and I'm fine.
Because if you're not diagonal, it's head on.
That's right. It would have gone through my brain. It would have killed me.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in my shooting incident. And to this day, I'm still lucky. God was on my side. Yeah. Thank you, God. My mom was there to try to make sure that, I didn't bleed out. And, I remember I had gotten hit by a truck doing a movie called Chill Factor back in 96. And, they came back and revived me on the floor of the ground in Moab, Utah. And, I remember being gone, and they brought me back. And
there's a lot of desert out there in Moab.
Yeah, and that 18-wheeler, I was on a motorcycle, got hit head on 40. I was doing 45, he was doing 45, and I pretty much kissed his right front headlight and got thrown through the air like a NASCAR event. You know what I mean? And I was a rag doll. It was awesome, right? And so when they picked me up, I didn't feel any pain until they had to move me because when you die, you don't feel the pain. When your body is actually. So when I got shot, I didn't feel anything. I was good.
Numb?
I was fine. I hit the ground, and I remember the blood seeping into my throat, and I was sucking the blood in because as a fighter, you're taught to not blow. Because if you do, you blow, you might get a big old mouth, so your eyes orbit will blow up or your nose will blow up. So I would just suck in the blood, and then I try to spit it out. And I remember nothing hurting at that time, and I thought he shot my ear off because it was kind of ringing hard for me to hear. When I sat on the ground, and my mom came to me and she was trying to stop the bleeding. I was like, all right, do me a favor and watch out for my daughter. Raise her Catholic because I love her to death. And, I'll just know that I'll be up there waiting for you guys. I'll be your angels and I'll be with you and I'll just keep watch over you. And she's like, no, you're not dying. You're staying on this earth. You're fighting. You're staying here. I go, Mom, nothing hurts. I'm good. I'm not in pain. I'll see you up there. It'll be good. And she's like, no, you're my son. You're not leaving. You don't have, there is no reason why you're going up there. And she's grabbed me and she says, you better fight for fucking me, fight. And I went, all right, I'll fight. And as soon as I made that one decision, everything hurt. From the top of my head to the toes, I was like, give me morphine, please. And then the paramedics came in, they're trying to they cut my clothes off and, it was cold there. It was very cold. I want everyone to know that. Because just all you could see was so when I saw the audience doesn't see it.
Okay. Cold because you're losing blood, cold because it's cold outside.
Cold. Thank you.
Like the desert at night.
So audience members, just know this. When I got brought into the DEA's office and they showed me the evidence photos, they showed me on the ground and I was like, oh my gosh.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video.
And subscribe and hit the bell for a whole lot more to come.